Anxiety seems to be a global problem nowadays. I understand that a lot of people complain that anxiety limits their ability to behave as effectively as they can. So stay with me in this video and get some ideas on how you can recognize and deal with anxiety. The first question then is, how many people actually suffer from anxiety? Of course, this is kind of a difficult statistic to actually get right. But of course, I looked on the internet and the internet gave me this answer, which I took from Forbes. I'll put the link in the description, the source there. So anyway, according to Forbes, they say that 4% of the global population suffers from anxiety. And that is about 301 million people. This sounds like quite a lot. And of course, it could even be more than that. I don't know if this statistic represents a significant increase or not from past data. It could just be that data collection methods are becoming better, more efficient, and we are just catching more of these things. That's the state of the problem. Let's look at what anxiety is. However, before I go into this, I better make a disclaimer. I am just making a YouTube video here. I am not an expert on mental states of mind or anything like that. I am not a qualified psychiatrist. If you think you need professional help, go seek it. This video is just to open a discussion and share some of my ideas related to anxiety. Okay, that said, let's talk about what anxiety is, according to this guy on YouTube. So the NHS site from the UK defines anxiety like this. Anxiety is a feeling of unease, such as worry or fear, that can be mild or severe. I like this definition because it is short and easy to understand. It also recognizes that there are different levels of anxiety. We can see anxiety as appearing on a continuum from weak to strong. Signs of anxiety come in different shapes and sizes. Here is a quick list of the things that you can look out for. Trouble concentrating or making decisions, feeling irritable or tense, maybe a little nausea or a dodgy stomach, heart palpitations, sweating, trembling or shaking, trouble sleeping, and a general sense of impending doom or panic. So, they don't sound very nice, really, do they? Of course, once you know that you might be suffering from anxiety, the next obvious question is what to do about it. Here are a few YouTube suggestions about how you might handle some feelings of anxiety. The first thing is to assess your anxiety and really decide where are you on this anxiety scale? Are you feeling just a mild dose of it, or is it really severe? The point to note here is that your mind can play tricks on you. Basically, your mind can imagine all sorts of disasters and tell you all of these negative stories that make you feel anxious. If you can recognize these stories, then you might be able to see these stories for what they are, just things to try and scare you. Another suggestion is to simply do some exercise. Experts are always talking about the power of exercise and how it can calm your mind and help you to think things through properly. Another tip that I would suggest is to make a list and look at the things that are inside your control and the things that are outside of your control. You might be aware of Stoicism philosophy, where Stoicism talks about don't worry about the things that are not within your control. If you can see the right perspective in this way, then it helps you to deal with the situations you're worried about more effectively. Here's another easy tip, and that is to do nothing. Sometimes you might just be in panic mode, and if you look at the situation when you're in panic mode, you can't think straight. So it might just be better to follow the old-fashioned advice and sleep on it. Look at your problem in the clear light of day 24 hours later. Then you might be able to see it from a less catastrophic perspective, and solutions might come a lot more easily to you. And the final tip I'd like to suggest is to reframe the future. That is really taking a mindset about the future. The future, of course, is unwritten. There's no point letting your mind tell you terrible stories about what the future is going to hold. If you can understand and really believe that the future is unwritten, it can calm you and make you feel more confident in dealing with any situation that comes up. There we go then. They are some ideas from YouTube about how to recognize anxiety and what to do if you are feeling anxious over something. Let me know in the comments, do you think any of these tips and strategies are useful? Do you have any special ways of dealing with anxiety? And remember, if you like this video, make sure that you subscribe to the Spirit and Action channel. The Spirit and Action YouTube channel commentates on strategies in personal performance. You can get tips, tech and tutorials on mindset, theories of mind and action strategies. Subscribe and make sure you don't miss anything. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, week, weekend, whatever you're doing. I'll see you in the next video.